dog. What do we got here? Are we not catching on? Let's see if we get some of our friends to join. I know it's a Friday night. You know, who wants to be on a live on a Friday night? Maybe some do. Let's see who we can pick up tonight, guys. So I'm back from Las Vegas. I got a little something here. Kid by the Side of the Road, Mr. Juan O Savin. Autographed 3/26/21, the Trump Hotel, Las Vegas. To Joey. And wow, you know, the last 24 hours have been absolutely surreal. Truly an honor and an amazing experience. I'll never forget America because of the beautiful, Mr. O Savin writes. And most importantly, I like it's a book you're all gonna have to go get, guys, because it's unreal. I mean, what is in this thing is truly unbelievable. I think it'll really give you all a perspective that you need to see. And, you know, for those of you that out there want to lie to yourselves that there was nothing that bad that happened during this election, you're idiots. And if you want to believe lies. But I've seen it. I've seen the data, and data don't lie. Here we go. So look at this. The popcorn says, he wrote, "Enjoy the show." Because there's still a show coming. And this one says, "Love those peaches." So some of you guys that follow Mr. O Savin knew, but I didn't know about the peaches. I'm not even sure what the peaches still are. I just know the man likes peaches. But go get this book. Winning, 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 one. Special edition. And you're all going to want to pick this up. I think one of the coolest things he's got in here. I mean, some pretty incredible pictures. Some unbelievable stuff explaining what went down. But I think probably some I want to touch on again. I said this last night. Land of the free because of the brave. Don't forget that, everybody. Don't forget this. Land of the free because of the brave. I had a chance to be with a very special person and talk about some incredible things. It just wasn't, you know, what's happened, you know, since November. It went back into post 9/11 and where this is all coming from. And, you know, it's not conspiracy theory, guys, when there's evidence, you know, mountains of evidence to back it up, data like you can't believe. You can't get on my page and call me a conspiracy theorist and say Biden won. Biden didn't win, guys. Not even by a little bit. And you see this shot old man falling down stairs and can't remember sentences, and it's painful, but it's part of the process right now. America's waking up. This is truly the Great Awakening. And I'm excited to be a part of the Great Awakening. And I'm glad that I've got friends to share it with. And so I just want to let you know I'm back from Las Vegas, and I had an opportunity with Mr. O Savin to discuss that, you know, this is our country. This is the greatest country on earth, like I said last night, and it is worth fighting for. I'm not going to belabor the points from last night, but I want to encourage everybody to go pick up this book, this Kid by the Side of the Road book from Mr. O Savin, and read it. And if you still want to play your games, your doubt games with me, let's talk. But, you know, one thing that absolutely infuriates me that has to get fixed. How in the hell are the Vegas casinos going to be open, pool parties open, you know, everything's open except for the city councils, the county commissions, and the legislature? How is that possible? How are we going to stand for this? There, you can do everything else. You could be everywhere. These complete idiots are flying back and forth on planes, and they're going to big group dinners, but they can't open the legislature for you? The people's house? Don't you see what's going on? Hasn't it been a big enough game from the special sessions? Don't you remember on the cover of Darkness in July, with the coronavirus had already fallen by death rate by 89% in July, they kept the legislature closed and they ushered in the mail-in voting and the games and the social justice reform. And then now Nevada got the #2 amount payout from this last stimulus package. How does Nevada get the kind of money they got unless somebody got paid off? I mean, you guys are smart. This is common sense. What happened? And guys, you union workers, you casino guys, I mean, Mandalay Bay and everyone that got laid off down there in Vegas, did you get a check? Have you even got your unemployment yet? That this complete degenerate has kept from you? And listen, you know what? I got to hand it to Sisolak. You know, he was given a role and some responsibilities for which he would have been rewarded, and he did it. And it takes you know, a cold, selfish, you know, brutal person to pull off what he pulled off, but he did it. And he got paid for it. And this state, it's going to take, you know, we were talking today, Mr. O Savin, it's going to take Nevada a year longer because our business is the tourism business. And people are still scared. Even though I've been in events now with 50, 60, 70 people, no matter, it's going to take, where do we make our money? Our conventions, right? It's going to take a while for everybody to come back. So we need to get moving, guys. I cannot say this again. We need to open the state. You need to demand that we open the state. How can these complete hacks go back and forth, fly back and forth on airplanes and be in dinners and be at events, but they can't open the legislature for you so that you could see what's going on in there? The same nonsense the Washoe County School District's playing. They got the group, you know, the board meeting 50 feet away. They're only letting a handful of people in. You can't watch it. They're taking the meetings into late of the night. Where are the county commission meetings with the public? Where are the city council? Why are they hiding this from you? And why are you letting them? These are the same degenerate scumbags that are out with their friends, no mask, having parties, celebrating. But then when the cameras come, they're double masking you. Okay? And you're buying it. You're buying it. Why? It's got to end. The people have got to demand. We want our country back. We want our freedom back. We want the right to have our businesses at whatever capacity we decide. And guess what? If you want to be one of these delusional nut jobs that forces people in your business to wear masks, guess what's going to happen? They're going to go next door. That's America. Just like you can't cancel people because you don't like them. All right? If you don't like that someone expressed a viewpoint that's different than yours, you don't get to cancel them. Turn the channel. Go away. And if you want to enforce masks in your business and that guy across the street does it, guess where they're going to go? So the jig is up. The game is up. The fact that this governor even tries to tell these other counties what to do anymore, whoever's advising him, I have just come to the determination there's no one advising him. He's doing his own thing. Because anybody else would say, hey, let it go. Let these people go. But for us to keep playing this game, and I said this again last night, if you voted for Donald Trump and you're still wearing a mask, there's a problem there. Check yourself. Have a conversation with yourself and with God. This is about our God-given rights as Americans in the greatest country on earth, that we deserve these rights. We were born into these rights, and we should not and shall not and must not and will not surrender them. All right? I've been called. I know I'm on the right course. And I'm going to say again, you know what? I had some amazing news again today. People sending in money for the fight. And it really has been a fight. And we're taking it to them on multiple levels. But I said this before, how successful men and women in this state cannot have stood up by now, a year later, and joined this fight. No one needs to know. Send a check. Send some help. Send your attorneys. Send whoever and get in the game. Because again, last thing, how can they have the casinos open, the businesses open, the Walmarts open, everything else, but the legislature's closed, the county commission's closed? Bob Lucy, what are you doing, dude? Every bit of science says that you're out of your freaking mind to continue playing this game. But the governor's going to take the money until we sue his ass. And he'll lose. He'll lose. Do you want to know why? Let me give you a piece of advice, Chairman Lucy. The governor of Nevada cannot attach Nevada-specific conditions to a federal funding source that came with no said such conditions. Do you need me to repeat that for you? Because I can. It doesn't mean he can't threaten it. Doesn't mean he won't try to withhold it. But you got some of the best attorneys that represent this county. I know that. I know who they are. And they get to go fight him. And they'll win it. Not to mention the fact he'll look like a complete degenerate scumbag that he is if he does that. Because why would you take money away from a county when the death rate's dropped, the hospitals are empty, the infection rate's dropped? There's no need to do it, so why would you do it? If you all you weren't trying to do was hurt the county and hurt the state because of control. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be punching like this until I get this state open, and I will get it open. And you might think my efforts are in vain. They're not. And you might think that I don't know what I'm talking about. I do. I just know a lot more than you. And I believe in my heart that I'm on the right path. And that's all that matters. And I am not the guy to try and push around. And so I'll leave you with the simple message again, a message of hope. And that is that we live in the greatest place on earth that's worth fighting for. And we need to fight for our country. Okay, what's happening at that southern border, the canceling of these pipelines, these jobs, the wrecking of this middle class of this country is not acceptable. And no one should accept it. And the last but not least is our vote. When we vote as a country, we should have absolute confidence in the integrity of our elections. And everybody should be in on that. There should be no doubt that that needs to happen. And everyone should be fighting for it. Okay? And the fact that they're keeping this legislature closed should have you all absolutely up in arms, wondering what the hell is really going on. What are they doing out there that they're hiding behind the coronavirus a year later with the 16% of 1% case mortality rate, which puts it at the same or less than the flu? Fact. And how can they play the mask game when our own CDC now, citing the same Danish mask study I've been talking about for months, says there's no statistical significance between wearing masks and not wearing masks? So why are our children in masks? Step up, Nevada. Fight for what's right. Do the right thing. You business owners out there that got the coin, step up. Because you look like a bunch of disgraceful cowards by hiding behind your business and behind your licenses and being afraid to throw a punch. Throw the punch. Or get me on the phone and get me the resources to punch for you. Good night. God bless. Love you. I'm out.